Hey Vess, interview me.
Okay,
Okay,
here we are, Sway.
in the building.
What's going on, big bro? How are you?
What's poppin'?
Yes, sir. So let's get into it. This is your first time being here, getting interviewed with Vest Views. So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Where did you grow up?
Um, I was born here in Maryland, but I've been in a few different places, so it's hard to just say I was born. I'm from one area. You know what I'm saying?
So you were born in Maryland,
Yeah, I was born in Maryland for sure.
and you've been in and out, kind of like in the Carolinas.
I've been in North Carolina. I've been in New York, Virginia. So it's hard for me to just pick one area and say I'm from.
Mm.
I don't really claim one area.
Well, what was it like for you growing up in different areas? I think a lot of people they feel kind of accustomed to that lifestyle and they like it.
Mm.
What was it like for
What,
you?
traveling?
Yeah, traveling, but I guess as they get older, as a kid, what was
Yeah.
it like for you growing up and going from place to place?
It wasn't the most pleasurable experience because of the circumstances behind it. It wasn't like we was traveling because I wanted to, or it was stuff going happening, and it was reasons why we had to be place to place. So, it was what it was. But definitely, every place made me who I was. Every place and every time stamp of me being in these different locations definitely made me who I am today. So.
Do you feel like uh, at any time where you were going from place to place, you kind of wanted to remain in one of those places that you had stopped at in particular?
No, every single. Well, because when I was growing up here, it was like I was becoming accustomed to that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And when I was in the other places, I was there because of whatever reason. So when I was in the other places wherever I felt wasn't like home, I was ready to hurry up and get back to here, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, because I felt like I could come back here, I could start my life. And all this time, this was times when I was younger, so I wasn't in control of my destiny, so to speak. I wasn't able to say, oh, I want to do this, or I was under, whatever the powers that be at that time. I had to follow those rules, so.
And as you refer to destiny, I feel like for a lot of musicians, they feel that whatever their music is, it's been a part of them since childhood.
Mm.
Did you feel like that was the case for you? Like, when did you discover music?
Definitely, my dad, like, okay, so I got a lot of cousins, like, pretty much I have a music oriented family. And it was like my dad, he had like the MPCs out, like all that. He had all the music equipment, all that. So he would have my cousins, like just random niggas, like come through the crib, like record, like just random recording sessions and shit like that. And I was just young, so I was just always around it. But he would, we mess around like, oh yeah, try this, whatever. But it just always been a part of my life since I was a kid. So I can't say that it was my destiny, but maybe those things played an effect in my life and why I do music today.
So, what was it that kind of made you go with rap?
But rap, cause growing up listening to your favorite rapper, like music, that's my thing. So growing up listening to your favorite rapper, why not?
And I actually, when I first heard about you, it was through features on with Quell Eight Figure.
Mm.
I had heard you on Maryland Messiah,
Mm.
doing a couple songs on that. How did that come together with you and Quell?
We just locked in, like we just locked in. We just decided to make music together. That's all.
Are you Eight Figure?
Eight figure for sure.
How did that come together?
Do we gotta? You want to get into it? It's a long story.
As much as you want to.
So um, um, I don't know if you know Skills. He was. I met him first. So me and him was making music. Long story short, we was doing music together. And in his own separate time, he met Quell and he met Kay. They developed their own relationships. And I guess Quell was the creator of A Figure. So I end up through everything going on with skills in his relationships, meeting Quell and meeting Kay, and that's just how it all happened. Just a friend of a friend, just shit like that.
And so doing some like research on you, I seen in your Instagram that you also list yourself as a sound designer,
Right.
while also being a rapper. Could you explain more what
A
the sound
sound
designer?
a sound designer. So a sound designer would be similar to a producer. It's just a fancy name, low key. But at the same time, when I say sound designer, I mean like I'm putting like things together. I'm putting these different audio effects together, and I'm creating an aesthetic. So designer, like, so when you think of an artist, I'm painting a picture, but through audio. So that's what I mean when I say sound designer, and I'm also a producer, so I make beats and stuff like that too.
Do you like engineer your own music?
Yes.
Oh, that's very talented.
Yeah.
Well, also had mentioned that he does the same thing.
Yeah.
So currently you have a single out, Cash Cow.
Mm.
Is it mixed mastered by you as well?
Yes, sir.
And that single, I feel like it's different from the type of music I had heard you on.
Right.
Referencing those features, Maryland Messiah.
Mm.
Why did you go in that kind of different lane to expand on your solo career?
I mean, like I said, it's just an aesthetic. So with this project I'm working on right now, which is called Rockstar, it's an EP, Sunday Play. It's just an aesthetic. I just want to go for that rockstar look, rockstar image, rockstar feel, different type of sonics, just that feeling, just like a rock star, just like I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy, just like off the drugs, just like just that edge. That's what I'm going for. So that's what I wanted to go with for this particular project in general.
I was gonna ask you about that. The title of the EP is Rockstar EP.
Right.
And I was gonna say, why do you call it Rockstar? Do you consider yourself a rock star rather than a rapper?
for this particular project, yeah, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star for this particular project, yeah.
And what about your name Sway? What are the origins of that?
So it's funny because like when I first started out, my name was Pat Swayze, like on
Like
some,
the actor?
yeah, like Dirty Dancing, like Pat Swayze, and then it was just abbreviated. It was Pat Sway, and then I just said, man, you know what, I'm gonna cut that Sway,
So where does the where does the Sway come from?
Like I just said, like it went from Pat Swayze to Pat Sway, like Patrick is my name. Pat Sway, and then I just said, just take the Pat off, it's just Sway.
So with your single Cash Cow and the features that you've had with Quell 8 Figure, are you looking to work with more people in the future? Like, do you have features on your Rockstar EP?
I didn't plan on having features on my Rockstar EP because I wanted it to be like a display of my talent. In the future, I definitely plan on working with a lot of people, and I definitely got a project coming later on after this project. It's gonna be called Sway and Friends. So it's definitely plan on working with other artists.
And, I feel like with being an artist and especially being a rapper, I think the type of people that you get in contact with is so diverse. The type of people you could do a song with, a feature with. Do you have any like dream features? Like if right now you could get one feature with somebody, who would it be?
That's hard. I mean, rest in peace to Juice WRLD, maybe Juice WRLD. But alive, I would have to say Uzi, Travis Scott, Kanye West, Playboi Carti. And that's about it. Yeah.
Do you feel like they fit into that rock star image that you're going for right now?
Definitely. And like I said, it's an aesthetic. I'm not saying that I'm out here, doing heroin, whatever, it's just an aesthetic, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just an aesthetic. And I mean, it cuts through well with the music. So when you hear it, you'll feel it.
Well, what about the aesthetic is pleasing to you? What is it that you feel defines somebody as a rock star?
What defines a rock star? A rock star is just somebody who doesn't give a fuck, who lives, on the edge. I mean, definitely the drugs and just the fast life. You know, those different things definitely take account. But you know, just somebody who's just ruthless and you know will go, do whatever it takes to get the job done. That's a rock star.
Well, so you mentioned drugs. Do you actually have a favorite type?
A favorite drug?
Yeah, a favorite drug.
A favorite drug? I mean, I've done different drugs.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Do you have any bad experiences, like kind of like a horror high story, with
For sure.
with anything affiliated with that? Whatever you want to disclose.
I mean, you know, you got those nights where you know you over the toilet throwing up and you can't feel your stomach. You know, you got those nights, but I mean, everybody goes through those. I mean, you can be not a rock star and go through those moments. So you know,
Well, following your Rockstar EP, are you planning ahead, and do you have anything that you know is in the works for after?
definitely, like I said, I got a project coming called Sway and Friends. The basis and the concept behind this project is just as simple as the title, Sway and Friends. So this project is gonna be featuring all of my friends. Like, you know, it's gonna be like, I mean, definitely Quell gonna be on the project. You know, everybody, my friends. You know, so that's the whole concept behind it. It's like it's not about me. It's more so about the people that I work with, but it's about my style and like cause if you listen to my music, the music that I make by myself, it's completely different from the music that I make when I work with my friends. You know what I'm saying? And these are my friends. You get what I'm saying? Like, these are not just people that I met off the street or whatever, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, yeah, that's definitely coming soon.
So when you work with the project Sway and Friends, and now that it's your project, how do you think you and your friends are gonna come together to make that music with your style being so like different from, for example, Quell, A Figure, and A Figure K?
See, the difference is when we lock in, we're not trying to create one particular sound. We're not trying. It's literally we hear the beat, like the beat. All right, let's put two and two together, which would be me and that person, and whatever their style is, and let's make a great song. You know, so that's the whole basis behind it. So putting those different vibes together.
You know, I'm actually interested because I just interviewed Quelle Figure, and he mentioned that when he goes into the booth, everything is like off the head, just what he's feeling. And A Figure K had mentioned that he's a big writer. Do you have a certain type of way that you record? Like, you got to be in a certain mode?
I definitely got to be in a certain mode. But in terms of how I record, like, I mean, it can be written or it can be off the top. It just depends on literally right then and there when I'm in front of the microphone. However I'm feeling, I could do a few bars off my. I might, oh damn, let me brainstorm real quick, write like 2 or 3 lines, or you know I could just do it off the top. It really is really just all about the moment and the vibe, how I'm feeling. Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm sorry, I actually didn't ask you this when I had mentioned you have a dream feature, but you are also an engineer. Do you have a dream artist that you would like to produce for?
Not really. I just would like to work with people, not produce for them. I mean, the most that could come from that. I mean, that could come from just working with them in general. You know, I just would like to learn different recording strategies and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't have a designer, engineer, anybody.
Well, Sway, it's been an awesome time having you. We appreciate you. Is there anybody you would like to shout out?
Just shout out the whole A Figure, and that's about it.
That's about it,
Yeah.
Sway. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.